Morning everybody and welcome to India. Okay, so this week we're going to do some very short quick fire lessons on weight. Okay, we looked at capacity last week where we looked at using the vocabulary of full, nearly full and things like that. This week we're going to look at weight and do a similar sort of thing where we look at vocabulary and then we do something practical. So today all we're going to look at is the vocabulary and the ways we can use it, and we're going to do a bit of consolidating right here, right now. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the vocabulary that we're going to use today is heavy and light. Okay, heavy meaning if you had something in your hand that was heavy, you'd feel quite weighed down. You wouldn't be able to lift it very much, or it would feel like it's pushing down on your hand. Okay, or if something was light, you wouldn't feel it very much at all, or you'd feel it easy to lift up. Okay, so heavy and light. Alongside that, we're going to use heavier or lighter. Okay, so if something's heavier, it means it weighs more. If something's lighter, it means it weighs less. Okay, again, more and less as well. Okay, so for example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show some pictures on screen, and what I want you to do is point at the item that you think is heavier to begin with. Okay, heavier. So the first thing we're going to do is something a little bit easy. Okay, I've got a picture of an elephant and I've got a picture of a mouse. Okay, I want you to point at the screen now and tell me which of these two is heavier. Okay, which one do you think weighs more? Okay, point at that right now. Okay, hopefully you said that an elephant weighs more. Okay, we've got a mouse, it's teeny tiny. If we've got an elephant, I'm sure you've seen one, they are humongous. That's a new word, humongous. Humongous, humongous, both together, humongous. Okay, they are really big, they are really heavier, and what and what tends to happen, the bigger it is, the heavier it is. Okay, unless of course it's a giant feather, in which case that might actually weigh more than a little, and so on and so forth. Okay, here's something else. Okay, we have got a car and we've got a pencil. Which one do you think weighs more? Which one is heavier? Hopefully you've said the car. Okay, if you've got a car and a pencil and you tried to lift both of them, then I'm sure you'd be able to lift the pencil but not the car. Okay, so the car is heavier. Okay, one more for heavier. Which one weighs the most? Okay, so listen to the words I'm using. Which one is heavier? Which one weighs the most? Which one weighs more? Okay, that's what we're looking for. So we have got a packet of Skittles, and we've also got a bag of flour. Okay, this one's probably a little bit more difficult. Okay, but which one do you think weighs more? A bag of Skittles, a little bag of Skittles, or a bag of flour? Have a think. Okay, well, if you've got things at home that you might be able to have a size that, you'll know that a bag of flour weighs more. Okay, it's a really quite a heavy thing to have in your larder. Okay, so hopefully you've said that a bag of flour weighs more than a bag of Skittles. Okay, so if we were going to use stem sentences today, okay, or if at home, what I would like you to do is have two different things, anything you can find at your house, and we're going to use these sentences. Okay, so for example, I have got a cup. This is just what's lying around in my room, and I've also got a pen. Okay, so if I was to be a human set of scales right now, I would say that the cup is the heaviest. And what I would like you to do is use these sentences. The cup weighs more than the pen. The cup is heavier than the pen. Okay, so that's for our heavy. Okay, weighs more is heavier than. So the cup weighs more than the pen. The cup is heavier than the pen. Okay, right, we're going to switch it around now. We've done heavy. We're now going to look at light. Okay, light meaning it doesn't weigh as much, it weighs less. Okay, and we'll use that vocabulary in a second. Okay, so if we have a look at the same things we had before, we have an elephant and a mouse. Which one is the lightest? Which one weighs the least? Okay, so have a think, which one is the lighter of the two? It is the mouse. Okay, well done. So moving on to the next one, we had a car and a pencil. Which one is the lightest? is, of course, the pencil. Okay, it weighs the least out of the two. And finally, we had a bag of Skittles and we had a bag of flour. So if the bag of flour is the heaviest, which one is the lightest? The bag of Skittles is the lightest. Okay, and the way we switch that around with our vocabulary, if I grab my cup and my pen again, we said that the cup was heavier than the pen. If we were to switch that around now, we would say the pen is lighter than the cup. The pen weighs less than the cup. Okay, so we're getting used to using that vocabulary. The cup is heavier than the pen. The cup weighs more than the pen. Switch it round. The pen is lighter than the cup. The pen weighs less than the cup. Okay, so your task, I know it's a really, really quick one for you today for day one, but it's all about getting used to the vocabulary and using STEM sentences. STEM sentences are where we repeat back the maths concept to kind of show that we know what we're talking about. So for example, if we were doing addition, we'd say 4 add 3 is, and you just went, oh, 7. 7 what? What is 7? So we say the whole thing, 4 plus 3 equals 7, okay, and so on and so forth. Today, we're going to use heavier, lighter, more than, less than, and so on and so forth. Okay, so at home, your task is to get 2 different items, okay? So if I were to pick up something else, I have, let's have a look, random, I have some onions, fake onions, and I also have a mirror. Oh my word, the weird things I have in my room. Okay, a mirror and some fake onions. Now the fake onions are really light, they've got nothing in them, but my mirror is quite heavy. Ooh. Okay, so my STEM sentence would be, the mirror is heavier than the onions. The onions are lighter than the mirror. The mirror weighs more than the onions. The onions weigh less than the mirror. Okay? So at home, like I say, your task today for our introduction to weight is to use that vocabulary. Get 2 items and tell me which one's heavier, which one's lighter, by using the terms, this one is heavier than da-da-da, or this one is lighter than, this one weighs more than, this one weighs less than, okay, and so on and so forth. This week, this is what we're going to do. Tomorrow, we are going to become human scales. Quite literally. Human scales, because I know that not a lot of people at home will have balance scales at home. I don't, and I'm hopefully going to maybe commandeer some from school this week. Okay, but it's basically about and this is tomorrow, putting items in your hand and basically which one feels heavier, which one feels lighter, okay? And you're going to become those human scales, okay? Hopefully we might even do some cooking this week, because I know we tend to use a lot of a lot of weight in our cooking as well as capacity, so we can do some consolidation there as well, okay? So I look forward to seeing you in the next couple of days, but that's day one done. How quick was that? Amazing stuff, okay? And I look forward to hearing some of your STEM sentences. Like I say, remember to subscribe if you're on YouTube, comment below, and if you're on the Google Classroom, I would love to see you guys use those STEM sentences in your work at home, okay? And I will see you soon.